Some parents, they think children are like grown-ups. They understand everything that you tell them. They don't. They're children. They're kids. They're in their own bubble. They're in their own imagination. They're on their journey. They're on their discovery. And parents, they treat them like they're grown up. When they say something, they understand. No, you need to be gentle. You need to be kind. Welcome to the How to Heart Show, helping men reconnect to the heart and empower others as the leaders they were born to be. I'm Vincent Hazenboom. The world needs the raw and authentic men right now. Join us if you're ready to make a change. Hey, what's up, Lions, and welcome to the How to Heart Show. This is going to be one of the most important episodes that I'm going to cover, and that is parents, future parents. You have to start to heal your traumas. And I see this so much. It's break my heart every time I see parents screaming at their children. Last time I saw a woman riding her bike and her daughter was riding with her, and then she stopped and then she was like, "Rah, da, 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 da." I was like, what are you doing? Some parents, they think children are like grown-ups. They understand everything that you tell them. They don't. They're children. They're kids. They're in their own bubble. They're in their own imagination. They're on their journey. They're on their discovery. And parents, they treat them like they're grown up. When they say something, they understand. No, you need to be gentle. You need to be kind. You need to also be firm and steady. But still, parents, future parents, people that are listening to this, please be kind and gentle to your children. And I can say all of this, I'm not a parent, so I don't know how it is to be a parent. I heard from so many people like how tough it is, how children can drive you nuts, that you want to put them behind the ceiling or whatever, whatever you want to call them, or whatever you want to call it. But I see this so much. So this is what I really want to cover. I had this topic in such a long time in my head, and I felt I really wanted to cover this and say something about this. So parents, please, you have to do this, and I will tell you why. The first thing that you have to do is heal yourself and your traumas, because as a child, still your inner child is traumatized, and you are traumatized, that you start to heal your traumas first before you take children. Because if you don't, you're gonna put your traumas onto them. You're gonna unleash your anger, your frustrations, or the pain, the things that you've been through in your life or that you experienced when you were a child. It's still there. And if you don't heal them or learn to deal with that, with the copings that you have, you're gonna put it all onto your children, and your children are gonna be confused. It's like, why is mommy and daddy being angry at me? And they won't tell you, but they're sponges and they will suck it up and they will feel it. So be careful with that. Don't do that. Be kind and gentle with your children. I cannot say this enough. You have to heal before yourself, before you take kids. And I really wanted to say this because if not, your children is gonna have traumas from you. And if you don't educate yourself or learn yourself or what's happening around you or in this world, they're gonna suffer. They're gonna suffer exactly the same or in different ways that you've been through, because you put it out there into you. And words are so effective. People think it's not damaging when you say something really offensive or hard, but children, they like I said, they're sponges and they will take everything in. So be careful with that. I'm really shaking because this is really important, and I feel it. It's again, when I saw this lady screaming at her daughter, it breaks my heart to see that. Really, don't do that. They don't know. You have to educate them. You have to teach them how to be a kid first. And once they grow older, you can teach them different ways or things that you want to do, but leave them as a kid. Don't put your anger and your frustrations onto them. It's not gonna help. They're not gonna change their behavior, so don't do that. If you are with your partner and you see the relationship is not working, get help. See a therapist, see a psychologist, and there's nothing to be ashamed of. Do that. It's also, I'm crying because it's also your inner child that is in pain. It's not your child that you put in pain, but it's your inner child that is still crying for help. It's still there. It wants to be nurtured by you. It's a must, a really must, to heal yourself. I overlooked that. The trauma that I've been carrying my entire life, it was still there, and I didn't look at it. I pushed it on the side. I buried it with video games, with porn addiction, with other things, to be seen, to be affected, to be loved by people. But I learned I have to love myself first. How can I give love to somebody else if I don't have the love for myself? And if you're, like I said, if you're with your partner, do it together. You don't have to do it alone. But for the sake of your children, your future children, heal yourself first before you have children. Because some people, they think it's fun to have children, or they are being programmed to have children, but they're not ready. Or are they super young age, they're 20 and they're taking children before they experience life itself. Or they see friends, their friends are getting children, and they don't want to be left alone, so they also find a partner and take children because they think it's cool. It's part of, then you're part of the group again. No, don't do that. Don't do it for other people. Do it for yourself. Ask yourself, do I really want to have kids? Because it's a big responsibility. And especially with your traumas, if you don't tackle them, don't take care of it, they're gonna take care of your life, or it's gonna take over your life. And eventually it's gonna take over your children, and they're gonna go through a phase, or they're gonna go through a phase in their life that they have to heal their traumas. And again, it's not avoidable. They will have traumas. They will have experience in the life that they will have traumas, but it starts with you. It starts with you to heal yourself first before you're gonna have children. Man, I still feel it. I still feel it in my heart. So this is so important. This is really important. So don't treat your children like grown up. See them as children. See them as playful beings that wants to learn, and don't get angry at them if they do something wrong. Or say like, sit on your chair now and be quiet. Is this truly ask yourself? Is this really gonna change them? Is this really gonna help them? I see it so many times in restaurants. Parents getting angry at their children instead of just tell them like, hey, what are you feeling? What are you going through? Is there something that you need? Parents, they don't ask because they think it's better to punish them and to say like, don't do that, because then they think they're gonna behave, they're gonna change, but it's gonna flip everything around. They think eventually when they grow older, they're gonna stop living because they think in their brain, because you programmed it in their subconscious mind, that they need to behave, that they are emotional, that they cannot speak up, or they cannot talk about their emotions. Or when they feel frustrated or angry, they're gonna unleash it because you did it to your children as well. You're their example, you're their leader, you're their everything. So be their everything. And it's okay if sometimes you be angry, or sometimes that you say something that you don't want to say, but be mindful and aware that children, they take everything. They see your expression, your face, everything. They read your body, everything. So if you're angry at them, but you're not really angry at them, they assume it's their fault. They will tell themselves like, oh, daddy's not happy with me, I don't matter. And they take that with them when they grow older. They have this feeling that they're not wanted, that they're not desired, that they're not loved. And that's the hardest thing that you can do to a child. Rob that feeling that they're not good enough, that they're not special. And that's not the reason that you took children, or that you are planning to take children, or you want to have kids, because you can unleash the frustrations onto them. You know what you sign in for when you started to have children. It's really that simple. You know what can happen when you start children. It's hard, especially in the beginning, but it all comes down to you, how you prepare them for the road. And I have so many conversations with my colleague about this, and he did a really an amazing job. What he told me was really to educate them, be aware, and give them the love that they need. And what I really liked what he said was, when they grow older, I want to give them enough tools and enough help that they still come back to me and ask me for advice, for my help, or feel safe to come back to me. And that's something that's so important. That's with a lot of people, that they're afraid to go back to their parents, or they're afraid to ask for advice because of traumas, or confusion or things that is not spoken out of anymore. So please, parents, future parents, please do something with this information. Go look for help, educate yourself. And then I have a topic that I really want to talk about and that's The Body Keeps the Score. And you should start reading that book. I will put it in the description. That book changed a lot for me, and also understanding that the body remembers everything. So everything that you say to your children or say to yourself, change everything. So again, guys, be kind, be gentle towards your children, and you will see in the end, they will love you for it. Hey Lions, thank you for listening on this journey with me to reconnect with your heart. If you like the show, please like and drop a 5-star rating. And to help us keep the show going, consider supporting one of our affiliate offers. How do you raise your vibration? For an easy way to raise your vibration and support your health using biofeedback, check out the Healy tool. I'm a rep for it because I believe in frequency healing. Check the show notes for details. See you next time.